was waiting the bus and come with men, one old man, and told me how much you want for a night. But it's very normal that they think that if you are a black woman, you are a prostitute. How the racism work here, you know? Because here in Argentina, we use black to refer for everything that is negative. I mean, if I say that I'm a lawyer, it's impossible because I'm a black woman.
Keep the voice calm, be like, hey, I am now reaching for my wallet. My keys are on the roof. My hands are up, officer, walking them step by step, and that still wasn't enough to keep him alive.
The Afro-Argentines are black immigrants from Africa who were enslaved in Argentina during the 18th century. At their peak, they made up a significant portion of the country's population. However, over time, their numbers drastically declined. In 1778, a census by the Spanish Council found that Afro-Argentines accounted for about 37% of Argentina's population. Years later, that number dropped to 15%, and today, Argentina is considered the whitest country in South America.
Trato de ser blanco europeo, y por eso mismo siguen pensando que lo negro es malo. Lo negro no es malo. Yo soy negra y no soy mala.
But what really happened to them? How did a once thriving black population virtually disappear from Argentina's history? In this video, we'll dive deep into the origins of Afro-Argentines, their cultural impact, and the tragic events that led to their near erasure. Stay tuned because their story is one of resilience, struggle, and survival against all odds. Their origins and arrival in Argentina. To understand the history of Afro-Argentines, we must first look at how they arrived in South America. During the 16th and 17th centuries, European powers engaged in the transatlantic slave trade, capturing millions of Africans and forcing them into brutal labor. While many were taken to Brazil, the Caribbean, and North America, a significant number were also sent to Argentina. The majority of enslaved Africans in Argentina came from Bantu-speaking regions, including Angola, the Democratic Republic of Congo, A smaller number belonged to the Yoruba and Yu ethnic groups, primarily from West Africa. It's estimated that 12 million Africans were transported to Latin America, but the journey was deadly. Crammed into ships under horrific conditions, 10 to 15% died at sea before even reaching the Americas. Many more perished during forced marches through Africa, with 40 out of every 100 enslaved people never making it to their destination. Those who survived were brought to Buenos Aires, the capital of Argentina, where slavery played a major role in the economy. Enslaved Africans worked in various fields, including agriculture and livestock farming, urban craftsmanship making shoes, clothes, and furniture, domestic service in wealthy households. The neighborhoods of San Telmo and Montserrat in Buenos Aires had a high concentration of enslaved people. However, many were also sent to interior provinces, where they worked in brutal conditions on sugarcane and tobacco plantations. At its peak, about 70% of Buenos Aires' commercial activities were related to the slave trade. The cultural influence of Afro-Argentines. Despite the harsh realities they face, Afro-Argentines played a crucial role in shaping Argentina's cultural identity. Many of Argentina's traditional dances and music styles have African roots, including tango, one of Argentina's most famous musical genres, has strong African and European influences. Candombe, a drumming-based musical style, originated from African slaves in Uruguay and Argentina. Beyond music and dance, Afro-Argentines contributed to Argentina's language, cuisine, and religious practices. Words like quilombo, meaning a chaotic place, have African origins, and dishes such as mondongo, tripe stew, were influenced by African culinary traditions. But if Afro-Argentines had such a deep cultural influence, why are they rarely mentioned in history? Discrimination and denial of rights from colonial times until the 19th century, Afro-Argentines were treated as second-class citizens. Even after slavery was abolished in 1853, discrimination persisted. They were excluded from education, churches, and public institutions. Black children were denied entry into schools, limiting their opportunities for advancement. They were forced into low-paying jobs and denied access to political power. In 1857, a school census in Buenos Aires recorded only 2 black children in attendance, despite Afro-Argentines making up 15% of the population at the time. Additionally, Afro-Argentines lost land and property due to unfair laws that favored white Argentines. Many were forcibly removed from their homes without compensation. What led to their decline? Several key factors contributed to the sharp decline of the Afro-Argentine population. 1. Wars and forced military service. During the Argentine Wars of Independence, 1810 to 1816, black men were conscripted into the military, often placed on the front lines. Many died in battle, drastically reducing the black male population. Notable figures like Maria Remedios del Valle, known as the Madre de la Patria, the mother of the nation, that fought in multiple battles, but the war took a heavy toll on the black community. Second, European immigration and racial policies. In the late 19th century, Argentina's government encouraged mass European immigration, bringing in millions of Italians, Spaniards, and Germans. This dramatically shifted the racial demographics and reinforced the idea of Argentina as a white nation. Interracial marriages also contributed to the gradual whitening of the population. Afro-Argentine women often married European men, and their mixed-race children were categorized as non-black in censuses. Third, disease and poor living conditions health crises further decimated the Afro-Argentine population. In 1864 and 1871, cholera and yellow fever epidemics swept through Buenos Aires, disproportionately affecting black communities. Due to poverty and lack of medical access, thousands of Afro-Argentines died, pushing their numbers even lower. Afro-Argentines today. Today, Afro-Argentines make up only 1 to 2% of Argentina's population, and their contributions are often overlooked. However, in recent years, efforts have been made to preserve and revive black history in Argentina. Organizations like Círculo Social Africano, Grupo Africa Viva, Acro-Requierdem Afrodescendientes in Argentina are working to promote Afro-Argentine culture and fight against racial discrimination. In 2013, Argentina officially declared November 8th as the National Day of Afro-Argentines and African Culture in honor of Maria Remedios del Valle. Despite their struggles, Afro-Argentines have remained resilient. Their history may have been erased from textbooks, but their legacy lives on in Argentina's culture, music, and traditions. Final thoughts. So is Argentina truly a white country? The truth is, Argentina's black heritage has been buried, but it still exists beneath the surface. What do you think about the history of Afro-Argentines? Do they deserve more recognition in Argentina? Let us know in the comments. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss out on our latest content. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.